everybody, welcome back to my channel. So thank you guys so much for coming back and clicking on this video. My name is Jimmy for those who don't know me and haven't been here before, and thank you so much for watching. I am a mom of two fellas, and I'm now wanting to share, I basically want to share what I've used in the past 3 months of my new mama. I just had a baby 3 months ago actually. She's now almost going towards 4 months. So these are the list of things that I would recommend for another new mommy to get compared to baby number 1 and baby number 2. And things you will definitely need when you have a baby between the ages of 0 to 3 months and why. Let's get to it. So I'm going to basically kind of like categorize it in different sections based on the products, right? So I'm going to start off with feeding, because obviously that's what they do as soon as they get out of your body. Eat. So I recommend these products, not particularly the brand, but the actual type of equipment or type of product that you need. Firstly, bottles, right? The bottles that I got for baby were these ones from Tommy Tippy. Also, this one just got cleaned and steamed. So the Closer to Nature range, you do get a really nice starter pack for newborn babies. So they give you the smaller bottle and the big ones. I just went ahead and bought the big ones because I know that my babies feed quite often, so it does help to have a bigger bottle, but you can get the smaller ones as well. So in that pack you get bottles, you get pacifiers, you get the brush. I think you get also a pump or sterilizer. I can't remember, but I bought my stuff separately based on what I needed, because I already had the sterilizer, the microwave sterilizer from my previous baby, so I only needed to top up on bottles and pacifiers this time. So definitely bottles are a must have. And because I am a mommy that is pumping quite a lot, and I remember with Sandila I didn't have a breast pump before I had him. I bought it after he was here, and there was kind of like a schlep because I had to use the pump at the hospital when I was in hospital, because my breasts were not producing milk quite quickly. So I had to use their pump to try and help to get milk circulating out. So this time around I went and got a pump of my own. I think you saw it in the previous videos. I got this pump over here. It's an electrical breast pump, and it was pretty reasonable. I got it off Take-A-Lot, and it basically looks like this when it's all unwrapped and everything like that. So it's like the power cable and obviously the suction cable that connects to the actual pump. I didn't bring it along, so I'll check where it is. So I got that, but I also got a manual pump, right? Because we are in South Africa and load shedding is real. I'm a mommy that pumps, so I recommend you get both if possible. But if you know that you're not going to really be breastfeeding that much or pumping that much, possibly not, but I say get both. And this one was literally so cheap. I got it at Discount. I think it was under 200 bucks or 300 bucks, so it wasn't that expensive for me to get, and it helps on the days where there's no power. I can still pump and make sure there's milk for baby. And talking about making sure there's milk, storage containers, I got these from Tommy Tippy as well. They can actually measure up to 60 mils per container, so it's 120 for 2. But you can also get those plastic ones. I did have, but I now run out of those plastic container for the storage packets that you can get also at Discount. Whichever baby supply a store, you can get those, of which I use to store milk and freeze it in, which is nicer because you can store more than 60 mils in one container on one packet, of which helps, right? And then moving on to bottles and so forth, obviously a microwave sterilizer that is in alignment with the bottles that you have, because I've seen that there's a lot of different sterilizers out there. Make sure you buy one that matches the bottle types you've bought. So if you're using Tommy Tippy, get the Tommy Tippy sterilizer. If you're using Nook, get the Nook sterilizer. If you're using a different type of brand bottles, try to get the sterilizer that matches the bottles, because it makes it easier for you to kind of like set them up in that particular sterilizer, right? And because of load shedding as well, there'll be times where there's no power for hours on end. So I recommend you get some Milton sterilizing liquid fluid. So you basically put this in a water, mix it with this, and you put it in for 15 minutes, and it sterilizes the bottles for you within that 15 minutes. So you put in the bottles, put in them, you'll see that the instructions as to how much water and how much of the liquid you put in on the bottle, and 15 minutes later your bottles are sterilized, and you don't have to worry about your bottles being dirty or accumulating, waiting for power to come back or anything like that. Because I only have about 3 bottles for baby. I didn't want to buy a lot because I wasn't hoping on breastfeeding quite often, but I did get an extra one, and because she's growing now, I've got a set for a bigger age, more suction, for bigger suction if I could say. So that's that. And yes, pacifiers, right? So I got this pacifier also from Tommy Tippy. It's literally very similar to their bottle top. You see there, it's quite like almost like a match. So what I love about these ones, because they also have other pacifiers that are like thinner at the top, she didn't really like those that much, so I tried these and she loves it. These ones come so awesomely, and you have a little hook space there where you can attach a clip holder. These are necessary, guys, if you can get anything to help hold your pacifier, because these things they can spit it out at any moment. The next thing you know, they're on the floor. Next thing you know, you're, oh my gosh, you need to wash it, and she's not calm yet, or whatever the case might be. So these help to make sure that they stay clean and they stay off the floor. Okay, so you definitely need one of these or 2 of these based on how many pacifiers you have. Right, so check out the pacifiers. Most of them have like a little hook at the top, at the back, and you can hook it in right there. Cool. Oh, and the reason I love these storage pots is that it really matches with the bottle. So you can literally, once the milk is ready to go, you slip it in there, close the bottle, and you feed. You don't have to pour it in or anything like that. Or if the milk is like cold, you can put hot water at the bottom of the bottle, and it warms up the milk in the container while you wait. So it's quite convenient in that way. Cool. And with regards to nappies and so forth, I think nappies basically based on your preference, whichever nappies you want to buy for baby. But from the first few weeks, I prefer to use the Huggies newborn baby nappies, because they are so tiny. Like they fit her perfectly when she was really small. As well with Sandra, I used those and they fit perfectly. Okay, and then from there you can move on to whichever nappy brand you prefer, but I would suggest that you get those because they're so nice and small, and they also have a decent if I could say, where the navel space for the umbilical cord and so forth. You don't have to fold it or anything like that. They fit perfectly and give that nice gap for the umbilical cord not to be caught in underneath the nappy, because you can't put the nappy of the umbilical cord when they're small, right? Cool. And then what I also got, which I also had when I had Sandile, was a little nappy basket. Cool. So this is so convenient to have a little, you can get any kind of basket actually. You don't have to get one like this. I got one like this, but I know there's a lot of different baskets out there that are specifically made for nappy organizing. I just got this one because I really like the make, I like how it looked like. And you basically just organize your nappies in there, you put in your nappies, whatever you might need for baby when they're, you know, in and around the house. So I put in a little bit like a mini lotion, so it's from Max, and her gum cream, my nipple cream, anything that I would need when I'm around baby. All right, so this really helps because when you're moving from bedroom to bedroom, you don't have to go up and down looking for the nappies. All everything is in here, so you just move wherever the baby goes, it goes. All right, so perfect kind of situation for me. And with regards to nappy care and so forth, remember, I don't know if you guys watched my previous video from what I packed for baby and stuff that I bought for baby. I always used Bennett's bum cream for my son when he was a baby, and obviously throughout his nappy phase, and it worked amazingly. But now with baby number 2, not the same situation. It gave her a terrible nappy rash and she reacted to it. Then I moved on to Sudocreme, also not a bummer. And then I had eventually moved on to Bepanthen, and this is the old nappy bum cream that she reacts well to. So what I recommend is that always have little samples of different types of brands for in case you need it. And if you don't, then it's just a sample. You can just use it on baby and then you're over and done with it. But don't rush for the most expensive one. Do try the cheapest one that you find and move up based on what the baby's comfortable with or what works for baby and you. All right, so that's that. And then also around nappy care, what did I say? Baby toiletries. So I got this cute little toiletry bag for her. I had something similar for Sunday as well. It comes with this nose thing. Sorry, the baby nail clippers, little baby nail files, and it comes with a hairbrush, hair comb. And another thing that I think is very necessary is a temperature thermometer for baby, because their temperatures can go up and down so easily. So it's good to have one. If you can get an electrical one like this, I got this at Discount as well when I bought these, so I bought them all together at once. And especially now that she's going for a lot of immunizations quite often, like every month, they can cause a temperature, so it's good to have this so you know when to give her additional medication if needed, and when to actually alert the doctor and say, hey, baby's not doing well based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they also, if they have siblings like my son, she gets like a cold from school and then she gets it, it helps to make sure that she's always fine and recovering well. And based on that, I got this. It's a Sterilizer blocked nose baby. So when baby has a blocked nose, I use this product over here. It's basically a spray in the nose and it helps block it out, and then I use this baby over here to suction stuff out. Okay, so having that is perfect. And I know there are better stuff to use to suck up baby stuff. I just could not find them in store, so I'll check them out, and if I do find something, I'll leave it in the link below with the details and where to find it as well. Cool. And then bath time. Cool. So I got a basic white tub for baby. I think I got mine at Mr. Price Home, and it's just those standard white tubs that have the section where you can put like baby soap or baby accessories and have a section where she can sit. I just got that one, and then I got this. It's kind of like a baby balancer thing that you can put inside the tub while she's in there. When she was smaller, this worked perfectly. Now that she's getting bigger, I think I need to get something else for her because it is limiting the space that she has in the tub. So I'm gonna get something bigger for her, but definitely having a baby balancer to balance her out. But this part is great because you can take this out and actually wash it and put it back on whenever she needs to use it. And it's nice and soft. It's almost like a towel material, but the back is more like waterproof, and it feels very nice and cushiony for her, I think. So I used that to balance her in the tub. Obviously, you'd want to make sure that your experience and her experience is awesome, so it helps to make you a bit hands-free when you're washing her. And bath time accessories, I'm only using Nappy Max currently to wash her skin because she has shown to have quite sensitive skin, because I've tried to use a different baby soap on her from Dove and gave her a complete rash around her neck and armpits and waist. So I stopped using that and I'm only using Max. It basically just put ointment, like the cream, all over her body, and then I put in the water and I literally just lightly wipe it off with water and a towel and a bath towel and so forth. And I also use this Max baby bath oil. You can see that. So this is just moisturizing bath and shower oil for baby, because she does have actually a little bit of dry skin. So I use a few drops of this into a bath water to help keep her skin moisturized. So this I would recommend for any mom. You can literally buy it and use it. If you see that your baby doesn't need it, you don't have to use it again. But for new babies, I really do recommend it, because their skin is so sensitive to the outside world. You can to keep it as moistured and as clean as possible, and that really did help me with both babies actually. And I had an incident with Sunday where he had a bit of cradle cap, and I didn't know how to deal with it then, and I didn't do enough research, I think, as to what I can use. But there's a lot of products out there, and she also got a bit of cradle cap. And this baby right here, this product here, the Sebamed baby shampoo, and it's for delicate scalp with chamomile. It worked magically, like magic. Like I think a cradle cap literally reduced within 2 days after using this. And then I used the cream as well for her scalp only, and this also just for her scalp, which is amazing. I would recommend this for any parent with cradle cap issues. It's really awesome. All right, so I got her, if you can see the co-sleeper in the back, so it is a freaking lifesaver, because with my son I got him a cam cot that wasn't didn't open on the side or anything like that. It was kind of like a very nice cam cot, but getting him in and out of his cot throughout the night for feeding was so hectic for me. Sometimes I'll just fall asleep while holding him, and with this it's so much easier, because once you're done feeding, it's literally just boom, sleep. And the best part about this particular bed is that it adjusts in terms of height, so you can take it up or down, and it also turns into an actual cot, because you can seal the side up and close it up. And I also got her like a co-sleeper bassinet, of which she's sleeping in now, because I didn't want her to be sleeping in my bed while I'm recording, because I know she's really sensitive these days to sound, so I don't want to wake her. So when you're not in the bedroom and you prefer to see her while she sleeps, then you can put in that bassinet and literally put it anywhere around the house, in the living room, in the kitchen. And with baby travel, I highly recommend that you get a car seat before baby arrives, because when you leave the hospital, and you will struggle to carry a baby into the car and stuff like that, you never really know. Like I probably wouldn't have struggled, but you don't know how you're going to leave when you're in the hospital. You don't know if they might need to do a C-section, emergency, or you might be terribly tired, or you just might be bound. Giving birth is insane, guys. So if you can get a little bit of help in terms of carrying baby, making sure she's comfortable, making sure she's safe and snug, a car seat is 100% prior to her being born. So when when you guys get picked up from the hospital, you can just slip into the car seat, cover her up, and then get into the car and take those 5 minutes nap while you guys travel, because sleep is vital in the first few days for both of you, trust me. And going back to the car seat, I got this really cool car seat cover from Take A Lot as well, and you can also use this as a feeder. So you can wrap it around yourself, and while you feed baby, you can cover yourself as well. So it like doubles up as a baby feeder as well as a car seat cover. So it's pretty cool, and you can use it for those two functions, because it's kind of like a mini mask for baby when they're in the car seat, because I don't like people touching into the car. Oh baby, no, cover. don't touch my baby, stuff like that. So this is nice to just protect your child from the world, you know. And also what I thought I got this baby carrier from, this was Pod Baby Carriers, this brand here, Pod Baby Carriers. I got this when I had Sandile, so I've had this now for years and I'm still using it for Zianda now as well. So it was a really great buy. So a baby carrier, awesome for hands-free days. You know, you just want to be able to, like, when I put in the carrier, I can like get busy on my laptop, I can take walks with her while walking the dogs and stuff like that. So it's pretty good to have. You can get any type of carriers, because I know there's a lot of different carriers out there, but I prefer these cloth ones because you can adjust it based on how you want baby to be sitting, because you can't let her face forward obviously, but I like to sometimes let her drop low a little bit so I can slip out the booty while she's in there. It's happened before, and she can feed while she's in the carrier, and it just gives your arms a bit of a rest sometimes when you're carrying her, so it helps, you know. And another thing I would recommend is a nursing pillow. I know this is more of a nursing pillow, but I use it more of like a sitting pillow for her, right? So I've never used this to basically nurse. I tried to use it with Sandile before. I didn't get much success or joy from it. Maybe when they're bigger it will be more effective, but when they're baby I like to let her sit in it, not sit up, but like kind of like slanted while I'm watching TV. I'll sit her next to me and just engage with her, or right in front of me. But you saw in my previous video I set her on this as well while I was with her here. And obviously like a really decent, or any play mat actually, because when they get out of the 2-month mark range, they're a bit more awake than they were when they were much younger. So they do need a bit of engagement, they do need a little bit of fun and games, or a little bit of fun. So baby mobiles, I did get her a mobile when she was small, this little baby unicorn, we call her Emma. Baby Emma, so she gets used to the name, right? And I also use it on her playmat, and this playmat is so cool. This playmat that I got for her, it's super cool. Okay, so I've obviously unwrapped it, but what I liked about it, because it's like a 4-in-1, right? So when she's smaller to when she gets a bit bigger to when she's big, and obviously when she's much more grown, you can use it in 4 different ways. So it's a playmat for when she's now small, and then when she starts sitting up, or which is happening now, where she's more having playtime on her tummy, then you can put it in there and have this really cool, it has this pillow thing that you put underneath her chest to help her sit up, to balance her head and stuff like that. And you can strap little toys at the edge of it, so while she's sitting she's like playing with these. And the nice thing is you can change up the toys or the attractions to anything, like a cute little mirror, this frog that has this sound to it, and there's like a little booklet as well that also makes a cute little sound. So it's different things actually. And if you see also on the playmat, you can actually change up the things, because here there's basically nothing that's fixed, so you can use any of these and add them into the playmat. So that's pretty cool. And the best part about it is the musical part to it, of which is so cool because it's detachable, so you can fix it to the mat and you can detach it to the mat, because it has this hooks on the edge. So when she's lying down, when she's now small, you just press the little buttons. Oh, it's off. And it makes sounds as to what she's kicking, so it makes a different sound, so which is pretty cool. I like to see her play with it. I'll show you guys a video if I get it, if I capture that. And then yeah, so obviously car seats, a prim, guys, that's all, that's mandatory I think. And if you can really afford a really great prim, go for it. But I think a very good prim that can rotate into a car where you can put a car seat or the carrier on it, 100% perfect. And what else? I feel I'm forgetting something that I use like every day. So I've basically put together stuff that I use with baby very often, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's really helpful to you guys in terms of what you think you might need and stuff like that, because I'm a serious I'm a minimalist mom. I don't like to have like all these funny bells and whistles type of stuff. I just use what I feel is necessary for baby, especially for day-to-day stuff. So these are the stuff that I recommend for you, and if you guys recommend anything else that I might need for now going forward into the next 3 months of her life, I would really appreciate your recommendations, because obviously I'm learning again as to what baby needs every time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your love. I really appreciate your subs. I appreciate your comments and your engagement. You guys are awesome today, and have a lovely one. Mwah. Love you guys.